This is TechCrunch. As AI automates parts of the workforce, Emversity, an Indian workforce training startup, is building talent pipelines for roles it sees AI cannot replace, and has raised $30 million in a new round to expand job-ready training in the world's most populous market. The all-equity Series A round was led by Premji Invest, with participation from Lightspeed Venture Partners and Z47, the Bengaluru-based startup announced on Thursday. Now, the funding values Emversity at around $120 million post-money, sources confirmed to TechCrunch, up from about $60 million in its April 2025 pre-Series A round. Total funding now stands at $46 million. India has been grappling with a widening skills gap, with graduates often entering the workforce without job-ready skills, even as key service sectors struggle to hire trained staff. In healthcare, the Indian government says the country has about 4.3 million registered nursing personnel, and more than 5,200 nursing institutions producing roughly 387,000 nurses annually. Yet, recent reports have continued to flag a shortage. Hospitality as well has faced a 55 to 60% demand-supply gap for workers. That's according to industry estimates. Now, Emversity is trying to bridge that gap by integrating employer-designed training programs into university curricula and running skills centers affiliated with the Indian government's National Skill Development Corporation for short-term certifications and placements. The 2-year-old startup has partnered with 23 universities and colleges across over 40 campuses and focuses on gray-collar roles, positions that require hands-on training and credentialing, including nurses, physiotherapists, and medical lab technicians, as well as hospitality roles such as guest relations and food and beverage service. Founder and CEO Vivek Sinha said in an interview that Emversity has trained about 4,500 learners and placed 800 candidates to date. Sinha, who previously served as Chief Operating Officer at Indian edtech startup Unacademy for over 3 years before starting Emversity back in 2023, told TechCrunch that he conceived the idea while working on test preparation courses for entry-level government jobs. He noticed that applicants included engineers, MBAs, and even some PhDs. He said, "I started speaking to these learners. Some of them had paid fees to private colleges and spent 16 to 18 years earning those degrees." Sinha said the gap has widened in recent years and could grow further as automation and new workplace tools change what employers expect from entry-level hires, while demand remains strong in credentialed roles such as healthcare, where hands-on training and staffing ratios still matter. Sinha said, AI can cut down the administrative work of a nurse, such as filing patient details or electronic medical records, but AI cannot replace a nurse if you still need one at an ICU for every 2 beds. Emversity works with employers such as Fortis Healthcare, Apollo Hospitals, Astor, KIMS, IHCL, and Lemon Tree Hotels to co-design role-specific training modules, which it then helps universities embed into their degree programs. The startup does not charge employers, instead earning revenue through fees paid by partner institutions and through short-term certification programs run at its NSDC-affiliated skill centers. The startup operates with gross margins of about 80%, and it's kept customer acquisition costs below 10% of revenue by relying largely on organic channels rather than performance marketing. Sinha said that the startup offers a career counseling platform for high school students that generated more than 350,000 inquiries and accounted for more than 20% of revenue last year. With this fresh funding, Emversity plans to expand its footprint to more than 200 locations over the next 2 years and deepen its focus on healthcare and hospitality, while entering new industries such as engineering, procurement and construction, and manufacturing. The startup is already in advanced discussions with one of India's top EPC companies to design and roll out role-specific programs this year and plans to begin manufacturing focus training next year. Now, to deliver consistent outcomes across campuses, Emversity combines employer-led curriculum design with hands-on training infrastructure, including simulation labs for clinical roles such as nursing and emergency care. Last year, Emversity's revenue split roughly evenly between its university-embedded training programs and short-term certification courses run through its own skill centers. Now, while Emversity currently builds talent pipelines for domestic employers, Senna said the startup sees an opportunity to eventually serve international demand as well, particularly in healthcare, as aging populations in markets such as Japan and Germany look for trained workers. However, he did not disclose the exact timeline for catering to global demand. Emversity has about 700 employees, including about 250 trainers deployed across its campus network. That's it from TechCrunch. For more stories like this one, go to TechCrunch.com.